It's been a week or so since I've given you the latest update on the construction project. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at all that has been accomplished in probably it's been about 7 or 10 days. Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and what we're looking at here is our new shipping facility as well as our new office area and a new loading dock. So these are all things that we have waited years and years to have, and we are very excited that this is the year that we have been able to execute and bring these things here to Garden Crossings. So let's go ahead and take a look. Since I'm standing outside, we'll start here with the loading dock area. And you can see that the walls are all in, the forms have all been removed, and it's looking really nice. Today the excavator is here, and he is creating the grade for the drop that will be going into this loading dock kind of pit area, bringing in some sand. And then I'm not sure when they're going to be doing it, probably next week. I'm guessing they'll be coming in to lay like the final flat cement in this loading dock area. There is still water here, so if you've watched the videos from prior times when I was out here showing you, the water still is very much a real thing. And again, this is something we knew and had planned for. So you can see in the middle here of the video, there's a pit that was created for the water to go into, and then there's a pump that we have in there that's pumping it out to our back pond. So there's going to be some sort of like a grate or something that goes over that circle thing once the cement is laid, so the water will be able to naturally fall into that pit and then get pumped out. Also this week, I don't know what they're called, but the areas where the trucks will back up into have been poured, and those are the two little, actually they're kind of big, the two big squares that you're seeing there. Those will be the areas that the trucks back up into, and then I guess there's going to be some sort of a leveling system that goes over top of those things, depending on how tall the truck is. All these technical words that I don't know, because this is I'm sorry women, but this is a guy thing. This is not my thing. Also, you can see there's some bumper poles that were put into place as well, and I believe those are put there for safety purposes. Also too, when the loading dock here, when we had to dig it out, we had to cut away some of our new cement because the greenhouse had potential of falling in because of the water and the erosion that was happening. So we had our brand new cement that was poured, and we had to cut away from it, and that's why you're seeing kind of that sideways angle looking bit right there in front of me. The dark cement, that cement that was just laid today, so that should finish off, I believe, all the cement work that is needing to be done here, at least for the time being, Rod would say. So it's nice that everything is kind of falling into place and coming together. Next, we're going to head inside the greenhouse and show you what's going on in the new area. Inside the production greenhouses, there are 3 of them here that are covered indoor production space. The electrical is going in. The plumbing, I think the plumbing is almost done. Logan, is the plumbing done? Almost. Plumbing is almost done, and right now he is digging a trench. So let's take a look to see what he is up to. So it looks like he is burying some drain tile here under the sand. And what is this drain tile for, Logan?
So what you see me doing here right now, guys, is I am digging the drain tile from underneath this concrete and into this big trench into our main line here. What we had to do is we want our first 24 feet of the greenhouse all concrete, and basically, obviously we can't get to the drains, so this is what I'm working on right now, hooking everything all in. Yep, so the drains will be right underneath this area. They'll follow the little channel thing I've built here, and they'll tie into our 8-inch main line down there a little bit.
We're gonna take a look to find the tile he's tapping into. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it or not. It doesn't look like it. They know what they're doing, so we leave it up to them. So this is the office space that's gonna come off of the production greenhouses. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8 different offices that will be in this area, along with 3 new bathrooms, which is super exciting because at some points in the season, about 35 people were trying to share 2 bathrooms. So this is like the most exciting addition, is that there's more bathrooms that are going to be in the area. So the first 2 bathrooms are just simple little small bathrooms. Basically, they're going to have just a stool and a sink, and then a little cabinet in case if you got something you need to, you know, set your stuff on. You'll have a cabinet that way it doesn't have to hang on the ground or on the wall. So just little, but definitely they get the purpose done. The next bathroom we're going into here is a little bit bigger bathroom. This one, in addition to having the toilet and the sink, is also going to have a shower in it, a stand-up shower, so that way if any of the employees are going somewhere after work or whatever and feel like they need to take a shower, there will be a shower available for them. Also in this bathroom is going to be a little mechanical room. You can see all the little tubes and stuff that I guess are for the sinks and the toilets and the shower. This will also be like a supply cabinet for extra toilet paper, paper towel, etc. Heading out of the bathroom, we will be heading down to some more offices. So the first office here is going to house 2 people. It's about a 12 by 9 foot space. So we'll be putting 2 desks in here where they're kind of back to back, and then a couple file cabinets for things to go into. Next space is another similar office space that will, I believe this one will have just 1 person in it. Somebody that's in their office more often. So just 1 person in this 12 by 9 foot space. The next office we're going to go to is Rod's office. He's also got a 12 by 9 foot space. Again, just him in this office. The next one we're going to come to is my office, should I decide to move out of my garden center office, which I think for at least 10 months out of the year it makes sense for me to be back here, but I really do like to be up close to the garden center for our busiest months of the season. But anyways, my office is set up just a little bit differently. This space here is, I think this one is a 12 foot office as well, 12 by 9. How mine is a little different though is I am going to have not only an entry door into this office space right there, there's also going to be a pocket door built in. So that way if I'm on the phone or if I'm in a meeting or something like that, I can pull the pocket door and kind of have some privacy in my office. But the majority of the time I'm foreseeing that the pocket door will be left open, and that way I'll have access to our marketing team, which will be in this space or the next space, we'll see. But this is a 15 by 9 foot space. And the reason why this is a little bit bigger is because the marketing team or the customer service team, they're going to be in their offices all day long. So they need just a little bit more space than those that aren't in their office as much. So as we continue through this, let's call it the marketing office, there will be another pocket door, which this door again will probably be open 90% of the time, and walking through into our customer service area. And again, this is another 15 by 9 foot space because these are people that will be at their desk all day long. So there's a doorway there. The middle group of desks do not have a door, so they would have to exit out through this door in this room that I'm in now. And then last, we have one more office, and I'm going to actually have to kind of go through these studded wall because there's something blocking the doorway. This is another office space, and I believe this one is another 12 by 9 foot office. We're not sure yet what's going to be done with this space, but we thought as long as we're building it, let's just make the space available. As we head out of this office, there is another little space, and this is what we're going to call basically like our mail room. So this will be a space that's not accessible from inside this room. You will not be able to get into the greenhouse, but there will be a door that if FedEx or UPS or whomever it is needs to drop packages off after the hours, they will have access into a protected place where they can put those packages until we get here the next day. So this is great because so often after hours they're going to drop stuff off and it's just sitting out in the elements, and we may find it the next day, we may not, depends if it got windy and blew away or whatever. So this is just kind of a nice little space to have for things to go into. At the very end here of the greenhouse, there will be a garage door that we can access this space, as well as a service door, which right now we just have a little cut there in the Lexan. So if you want to get in and out, that's how you get in and out. But this will be the main door that the employees will be coming in through when they're coming to work in the morning, opposed to what they've usually been doing, which is coming through the garden center area. So we're really excited for this space. The offices were definitely needed. Bathrooms, always. You can never have too many bathrooms, right? And the growing space is just, it's great. It's great to have space that you can continue to grow and not feel cramped in your space. Although if I talk to Rod, he's probably going to tell me that we've already outgrown this space with what he has scheduled to be planted. So as we head back over, some electrical is still getting done. You can see there's piles of cord everywhere. And these are getting run through, I think through conduit, back to our main power source. So on the wall here is not only, I think this wall here, this wall of everything is running the vents in the ceiling to adjust the climate. It's also running side curtains, bringing them up and down, which will also adjust the climate in here, along with water clocks and so much more. So how many cords do you have to pull through that tube, Carter? 40, I think. 45 wires through the tube. So Rod and I were kind of betting last night if he'll be able to get that many through. He's just chuckling right now and saying, game on. I can accept the challenge. Just a few more things that need to be done in the shipping barn area, and I say a few more, there's probably a lot more than what I'm realizing. But most of the insulation has been blown in at this point. They've got the steel wall over here, the white wall has been in place. So I think they've got a little bit more to do covering this area here. And they'll do that once the end over here gets enclosed. They got a little bit of more foam that needs to get sprayed up in the trusses, but they couldn't get up there because there wasn't cement poured, so they didn't have a solid surface to ride on. So once this cement is cured, the insulation company will be able to come back and finish blowing up the insulation up here in the trusses. So that will be nice. And then I know one of the biggest things right now that we're also waiting on is the, I guess they're called HVAC people. I think I said that right. The air conditioning and heater people to come in and get that all installed in this area. So definitely we are making a lot of progress. We are shipping in about 4 weeks, so there's still a lot to do yet, but it's really amazing at how far things have come in just a couple months. Thanks for following on this construction project journey. It has been interesting to say the least. A lot of hands have been involved in making this happen, and we are thankful and grateful to all of those that have been we've got a lot of subcontractors and stuff here, and they've all been making this process just go so much easier. So we're grateful for each and every person that's been here helping us along this journey. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.